Hello there, and welcome to this quiet exploration. I am so glad you found your way here. Tonight, we have nothing to do but rest. Let your mind relax, your breathing slow, and your body grow light, as if gravity itself has softened, releasing its hold on you. Just breathe, and allow yourself to gently drift. If these calm, curious explorations help you unwind or give you a quiet way to end your day, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It helps others find their way here too. Tonight, we begin a journey through the most spectacular phenomena in the universe. We will not rush. We will simply observe, listen, and feel the quiet wonder of existence as we drift through these cosmic marvels. We begin tonight with the silent, powerful dance of gravity. It is the invisible choreographer moving galaxies, stars, and planets in an eternal ballet, creating order, beauty, and a deep, resounding harmony throughout the cosmos. Feel its gentle, persistent tug, drawing everything into a tranquil embrace. Imagine, if you will, two colossal spiral galaxies, each a shimmering island of 100 billion stars, drifting slowly through the cosmic ocean. They are not merely objects, but vast, living entities, each spinning gently on its own axis, each carrying its own luminous history. And now, these two giants are slowly, inexorably drawn towards each other. This isn't a violent collision in the way we might imagine with shattering glass or roaring thunder. No, this is a ballet of unimaginable slowness, unfolding over billions of years, a celestial embrace that defines patience and grace. Feel the vastness of the space between the stars within each galaxy. It is so immense that even as the two galaxies approach, their stars rarely, if ever, directly collide. Instead, they pass through one another, like two wisps of cosmic mist merging. They are guided not by impact, but by the silent, powerful hand of gravity. You can almost feel the gentle tugs, the subtle pulls and pushes as the gravitational fields of each galaxy begin to intertwine, reaching out across the cosmic void to gently influence the other. As they draw closer, the delicate spiral arms, usually so distinct, begin to stretch and distort. They don't break, but rather unfurl, like ribbons caught in a slow, ethereal breeze. Long tails of stars and gas are pulled away, creating luminous streams that stretch millions of light years into the dark, silent depths of space. Imagine these shimmering streamers, like ancient, glowing rivers, flowing gracefully away from the main galactic bodies, bearing witness to this profound cosmic encounter. Over hundreds of millions of years, the two galaxies pass through each other, sometimes multiple times. Each passage is a slow-motion immersion, a gentle intermingling of stellar populations. Stars from one galaxy might find themselves drifting into the gravitational embrace of the other, quietly changing their cosmic neighborhood. They are reorchestrated, gently nudged into new orbits, new pathways around the heart of what will soon become a unified entity. There is no chaos, only a gradual, majestic rearrangement. And then, after eons of this intricate gravitational dance, the two galaxies finally begin to merge, their central supermassive black holes, once solitary rulers of their respective domains, spiral towards each other in a final slow-motion embrace. The gas and dust clouds, once distinct, are churned and compressed, sparking frenzies of new star formation. Tiny, brilliant points of light ignite in the swirling cosmic dust, each a newborn sun, a testament to the creative power of this quiet, grand unification. The result is often a new, larger, and more serene elliptical galaxy. The beautiful, delicate spiral arms are gone, smoothed out by the long dance. What remains is a quiet, rounded collection of ancient stars, patiently orbiting a new, even more massive central black hole. This newly formed galaxy drifts onward, a testament to gravity's power to not only draw things together but to sculpt them anew, forging beauty from the quiet, persistent forces of the universe. It is a slow, silent, beautiful testament to cosmic evolution, a dance of creation that whispers across the vast expanse of time. Let that gentle, long-term perspective settle into your mind, calming and reassuring in its quiet, consistent power. Now, let us turn our attention to one of the universe's most iconic and tranquil displays, the planetary rings. Imagine, if you will, the majestic splendor of Saturn, crowned by its luminous halo. It is not a solid structure, but rather an intricate, delicate tapestry woven from billions upon billions of individual particles. Each piece, from microscopic dust grains to icy boulders the size of houses, drifts in its own perfect, precise orbit around the giant planet. Feel the silence of this arrangement, a quiet harmony orchestrated by gravity's subtle touch. Each icy fragment, each speck of cosmic dust, performs its own tiny, eternal dance, yet collectively they form a single, breathtaking structure that stretches hundreds of thousands of kilometers across. It's like a celestial dance floor where countless tiny dancers move in perfect synchronicity, never touching, always maintaining their serene distance, all bound by an unseen, gentle hand. These particles are almost entirely made of water ice, reflecting the sunlight with a soft, ethereal glow. Imagine their gentle shimmer, a subtle sparkling as they slowly rotate, creating a constantly shifting interplay of light and shadow across the ring's vast expanse. From afar, they appear as smooth, solid bands, but up close, you would see the gentle chaos of individual movements, all contained within the grand, ordered design. Gravity is the patient conductor of this magnificent orchestra. It keeps each particle in its place, preventing them from scattering into the void, yet also preventing them from collapsing into a single solid moon. It is a delicate balance, a perfect equilibrium that has persisted for billions of years. Think of it as gravity's whispered promise, holding everything in its serene and intricate embrace. The rings are incredibly thin. If Saturn were the size of a large building, its main rings would be no thicker than a sheet of paper. Imagine such immense breadth with such delicate depth, like a cosmic silk scarf draped across the shoulders of a gas giant. This thinness adds to their ethereal beauty, making them seem almost impossibly delicate, a veil of light against the deep cosmic dark. And within these vast, shimmering expanses, there are intricate patterns. Gaps are carved out by the gravitational tugs of tiny moons embedded within the rings, or by moons orbiting further out, their forces reaching across the distance. These gaps are like quiet channels, calm pathways through the otherwise dense flow of icy particles. They are named after the astronomers who discovered them, silent tributes to human curiosity, peering into the quiet order of the universe. The rings also display subtle ripples and waves caused by the gravitational nudges from passing comets, or the quiet disturbances from Saturn's inner moons. These aren't violent waves, but gentle undulations, like soft, slow-motion ripples across a vast, tranquil pond. They speak of a system that is constantly in motion, yet always returning to its state of quiet, majestic balance. Sometimes, the rings appear to shimmer with subtle colors, a reflection of minute impurities or varying ice textures. Imagine soft yellows, gentle browns, and pearlescent whites, all blending into a harmonious spectrum that slowly revolves. It is a tranquil, cosmic masterpiece, a silent, swirling disk of quiet beauty. Let the image of these perfectly ordered, endlessly drifting particles bring a sense of peace, a reminder of the quiet stability that gravity creates in the vastness of space. Now, let's drift our thoughts to a phenomenon that speaks of deep connection and enduring companionship: tidal locking. Imagine the Earth and its constant companion, our moon. For eons, countless nights have passed with the same familiar face of the moon gazing down upon us. It is always the same craters, the same gentle features. We never see its far side from Earth. This isn't by chance. It is a profound testament to the subtle, persistent power of gravity, a cosmic bond forged over billions of years. Picture the early days of the solar system, when the moon was young and spun much faster, presenting all its faces to Earth over the course of its shorter day. But Earth's immense gravitational pull was constantly at work. This wasn't a violent tug, but a gentle, steady stretching, creating bulges on the moon's surface, particularly along the axis facing Earth. Imagine these faint, almost imperceptible hills and valleys on the moon's crust, pulled ever so slightly by Earth's gravity. As the moon spun, these bulges would move out of alignment with Earth, and Earth's gravity would then subtly pull them back, attempting to realign them. This persistent, gentle tug of war acted like a celestial brake, slowly, incrementally, stealing rotational energy from the moon. It was a dance of exquisite slowness, a whisper of gravity coaxing the moon into a new, more harmonious rhythm. Over hundreds of millions of years, this gentle braking continued. The moon's rotation gradually slowed, like a top slowly losing its spin, until a moment of perfect equilibrium was reached. At this point, the moon's rotation period perfectly matched its orbital period around Earth. It was a cosmic sigh, a moment of deep, quiet understanding between two celestial bodies. From that moment on, the moon became tidally locked. One side, now known as the near side, forever faces Earth, caught in a perpetual, silent gaze. The far side, equally beautiful but forever hidden from our direct view, drifts quietly through the cosmic dark, revealing itself only to spacecraft that venture beyond Earth's embrace. Think of it as an eternal dance partner, always facing you, always presenting the same gentle smile. It is a bond of deep intimacy, a quiet commitment forged through the invisible threads of gravity. The moon doesn't need to spin to experience all of Earth. It has found its perfect, stable orientation, a state of profound peace. This phenomenon is not unique to Earth and its moon. Many moons across our solar system are tidally locked to their giant planets. Jupiter's 4 largest moons, the Galilean moons, are all tidally locked, each presenting a single constant face to the mighty gas giant. Imagine Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, each caught in its own perpetual silent vigil, a chorus of unwavering companions. Tidal locking is a beautiful reminder of how even the most subtle, persistent forces can shape the universe over immense timescales. It speaks of stability, of deep connection, of a kind of cosmic fidelity where two bodies find a perfect, unyielding rhythm together. It is a quiet testament to gravity's power to create lasting, harmonious relationships in the vast, swirling ballet of space. Let the enduring gaze of our moon, locked in its timeless embrace with Earth, bring a sense of profound calm and belonging to your heart. Feel yourself held gently and securely within this grand, silent dance. Let's begin by imagining a place in the cosmos where all motion might gently cease, a silent harbor nestled within the gravitational currents of giants. Close your eyes and picture two colossal dancers standing, a star, perhaps our own sun, vast and radiant, and a planet, familiar and comforting, like Earth, orbiting steadily around it. These two titans, bound by an invisible ancient pact, weave a ceaseless majestic ballet through the dark. And yet, between them in specific, almost magical locales, exist points of perfect, unwavering balance. These are the Lagrangian points, whispered places where the push and pull of gravity from both the sun and the earth achieve a delicate, exquisite equilibrium. Imagine yourself drifting towards one of these celestial havens. As you draw near, you feel the subtle tugs from the sun's immense mass, a constant, encompassing embrace. Then the Earth's more familiar, nearby pull begins to interweave, a gentle, guiding hand. At these specific points, these two mighty forces do not cancel each other out entirely, but rather they align in such a way that an object placed there would simply stay. It is as if the universe has painted 5 serene islands in the tumultuous sea of space, where the currents of gravity ebb and flow into perfect stillness. Think of them as silent, invisible anchor points, fixed not by chains, but by the very fabric of space-time itself. Here, in these perfect pockets, you could simply float, suspended. There would be no need for constant adjustments, no struggle against an unseen force. The subtle push from one giant, the equally gentle tug from the other, would cradle you in an absolute quiet embrace. Imagine the peace of it. In a universe defined by constant, breathtaking motion, cyan planets spinning, stars blazing, galaxies spiraling footer, these Lagrangian points offer a profound counterpoint. They are sanctuaries of equilibrium, where the tumultuous dance of celestial bodies finds moments of utter, unyielding calm. It's a testament to the elegant mathematics of the cosmos, to the quiet perfection that underlies its most dynamic displays. Here, even the most fleeting particle, if it could find its way, would discover a timeless rest. Consider the first 3 points, L1, L2, and L3. L1, often found directly between the Earth and the Sun, would be a place where the Sun's powerful draw is gently lessened by the Earth's own gravitational influence, creating a sweet spot of balance. From here, you might gaze upon the Sun, its fiery presence softened by the delicate physics of your position, held steadily between worlds. L2, positioned on the opposite side of Earth, further out from the Sun, is where the combined pulls of both Earth and Sun work together to create a similar stable cradle. It's a point of serene detachment, allowing for an undisturbed view of the far universe, or of Earth itself, perhaps, seen as a distant blue jewel. And L3, on the far side of the Sun, directly opposite Earth, is a more elusive balance, a point of solitude always hidden from our direct sight. But it is perhaps L4 and L5 that hold the most poetic allure. These 2 points form the vertices of equilateral triangles with the Earth and the Sun. They are remarkably stable, like deep, still pools in the river of space. Here, celestial objects, small asteroids, dust clouds, can gather and linger for eons, gently held in place, orbiting the Sun in perfect synchronization with Earth, never straying, never colliding. They are the silent, unseen companions to our planet, vast swirling clouds of cosmic dust and rock gently swirling, caught in gravity's delicate snare. Imagine the countless tiny particles, each a whisper of ancient cosmic history, slowly accumulating in these zones. They are not rushing, not colliding with violent abandon, but simply softing, held in a sublime, patient orbit. These points are not empty voids, but rather vast, invisible cradles, where the smallest specks of matter find a timeless home. And if you were to rest there, within the gentle embrace of a Lagrangian point, you would feel an unparalleled stillness. The ceaseless rushing currents of the solar wind would pass by, but you, held firm by the invisible architects of gravity, would remain perfectly poised. It is a place where you could truly let go, where the constant effort of resisting motion, of holding on, would simply melt away. You are not falling, not rising, but perfectly suspended, a delicate warmth in the vast, silent dark, a point of absolute equilibrium in the grand, ceaseless cosmic dance. It is a profound, comforting thought, knowing that in the heart of all this magnificent movement, there exists such perfect, quiet places of rest. Here, gravity itself becomes a soft, encompassing hammock, holding you gently, utterly still beneath the watchful, silent gaze of the stars. Let the profound stillness of these points seep into your bones, feeling your own body grow light, perfectly balanced, perfectly at peace. Now, let us turn our gaze to a phenomenon of exquisite, if immense power, a grand cosmic transformation orchestrated by gravity's deep, patient hand. Picture a star, much like our sun, a sphere of incandescent light, breathing slowly in the quiet emptiness between galaxies. This star, for eons, has lived its life in peaceful solitude, its light a steady beacon, its form a perfect orb. But imagine now its path unknowingly drawing it towards a colossal, unseen presence at the heart of a distant galaxy, a supermassive black hole. This black hole, a silent titan, holds millions, perhaps billions of times the mass of our sun. Its gravitational pull is so immense, so profound, that it warps the very fabric of space and time around it. Yet we will not focus on its consuming nature, but rather on the subtle, artistic way it reshapes the unfortunate star that ventures too close. As the star approaches, it does not simply crash or explode. Instead, gravity begins its work with an almost delicate precision. The black hole's pull on the side of the star closer to it is significantly stronger than its pull on the far side. This difference in gravitational force, called a tidal force, begins to stretch and distort the star, not violently, but with a slow, inescapable grace. Imagine the star as a vast, shimmering ball of cosmic dough, or perhaps a delicate celestial pearl. As it enters the black hole's sphere of intense influence, it is not torn apart instantly, but rather unfurled. Its spherical symmetry begins to yield, stretching first into an elongated oval, then into a vast, luminous teardrop shape. the stars being gently unzipped and zipped to gases and plasma slowly pulled into a long, shining ribbon. This is the start of a stellar tidal disruption event, a process often poetically referred to as spaghettification, though perhaps celestial unraveling or cosmic ribbon. Dance might better capture its quiet, mesmerizing beauty. The star's matter is not shattered. It is elongated, stretched into a graceful flowing stream, like liquid light pouring through the void. One main part of this stretched stream is flung outwards, back into the galaxy, a whispered promise of escape, a luminous trail marking the star's last journey. But the larger part, the denser core of this newly formed ribbon, continues its slow, elegant descent. It spirals around the black hole, not falling abruptly, but entering a breathtaking final dance. Imagine this elongated stream of starlight, thousands of times longer than the original star, slowly wrapping itself around the black hole's event horizon. It forms a luminous, swirling disk, like a shimmering cosmic scarf gently draped around the dark, silent shoulder of the black hole. This newly formed accretion disk, fueled by the star's transformed essence, glows brilliantly. Its light, now amplified by the friction and heat of the swirling matter, becomes a temporary beacon, illuminating the very heart of the galaxy with a quiet, transient radiance. From our distant vantage point, this event would appear not as a chaotic explosion, but as a sudden, brief brightening in the galactic core, a celestial lighthouse flickering into glorious life for a few months or years, before slowly fading back into the deep, galactic hum. It is a moment of profound transformation, where a star, once a singular entity, becomes a flowing stream, then a luminous disk, its energy released as a quiet, grand farewell. The star, in its final, elongated form, is not violently consumed, but rather elegantly formed or purposed. Its atoms, once bound within its radiant core, are now part of a grander structure, contributing their light and heat to the enigmatic silence of the black hole's embrace. It is a process of unmaking that is also a form of remaking, a cosmic shedding of form, where the star's very essence is rewoven into the fabric of the dark. And as you picture this slow, graceful stretching, this patient spiraling of starlight around the unseen heart of a galaxy, let your own body relax into a similar state of gentle release. Imagine any tension in your muscles slowly unraveling, stretching out, becoming long and fluid. Feel the quiet pull of gravity holding you gently, securely, as if you too are being guided into a state of perfect, peaceful elongation. The universe, in its deep wisdom, understands how to transform, how to let go, how to flow. Let this quiet, cosmic dance lull you into an even deeper sense of calm as the glowing ribbons of stars drift silently into the deep. Now, let us broaden our gaze beyond single stars and galaxies, expanding our mind's eye to embrace the grandest tapestry the universe has ever woven. Imagine zooming out, past nebulae and star clusters, past individual galaxies spinning like luminous pinwheels further and further, until each galaxy becomes but a tiny point of light, a single glimmer in a cosmic ocean. What emerges then, at this most immense scale, is not a chaotic, random scattering, but an astonishing, intricate pattern, forming the universe's large-scale structure, often called the cosmic web. Picture this web not as a dense, uniform blanket, but as a vast, delicate lacework of light and shadow. an ethereal network stretching across billions of light years. It's like a colossal, glowing neural network, or the intricate, interconnected threads of an ancient, shimmering tapestry. In this cosmic architecture, galaxies are not sprinkled haphazardly. They are gathered into colossal clusters, luminous knots of light like beads threaded along invisible strands. These clusters, teeming with thousands of galaxies, are the bright, dense nodes of the web, and connecting these luminous knots are vast, shimmering filaments, long, slender bridges of gas, dust, and most importantly, the invisible scaffolding of dark matter. It is this mysterious dark matter, unseen and unspoken, that silently dictates the shape and form of this grand design. It acts as the quiet architect, the unseen glue holding the entire cosmic web together, guiding its growth and evolution across eons. Imagine yourself drifting within this web. You are not floating in empty space, but rather within a vast, interconnected system, a sublime framework of celestial bodies. The spaces between these filaments and clusters are not truly empty, but are immense voids, vast, dark bubbles of almost nothingness, where galaxies are scarce. These voids are the cosmic equivalent of the quiet, open spaces between the glowing nerve endings of a colossal brain, or the empty pockets within a giant cosmic sponge. The universe, in this profound sense, is not a solid mass but a delicate, frothy foam. The galaxies and their clusters cling to the surfaces of these bubbles, or gather along the shimmering, delicate filaments that define their boundaries. It is a structure that speaks of quiet order on an unimaginable scale, an underlying harmony that transcends the individual movements of stars and planets. This cosmic web didn't just appear. It slowly, patiently grew from the gentle whispers of quantum fluctuations in the very early universe. Over billions of years, gravity, with its slow, persistent tug, began to pull together the slightly denser regions of matter. These regions then acted as seeds, drawing in more and more gas and dark matter, slowly building the filaments and clusters we observe today. It's a testament to the universe's immense patience, to the slow, steady hand of creation. Think of the gas and dust that forms these filaments. They are not static, but slowly, imperceptibly, flowing along these cosmic highways, migrating towards the denser nodes, feeding the hungry galaxy clusters at the intersections. It's a slow, cosmic river, a gentle current of matter drifting towards the great gravitational wellsprings, fueling the birth of new stars and the growth of galaxies. And in this vast, interconnected silence, even the most isolated galaxy is a part of something grander, something infinitely complex and beautiful. The light from a distant galaxy, traveling for billions of years, traces a path along these cosmic threads, an ancient message whispered from one node of the web to another. Allow your mind to drift within this immense, silent architecture. Feel the gentle, unseen forces of dark matter guiding the silent dance of galaxies. You are not alone in a vast emptiness, but a tiny, precious part of an intricate living network. Every star, every galaxy, every filament and void is connected, part of the same grand design. The universe is breathing, expanding, and unfolding, a living, growing entity, and you are cradled within its largest, most magnificent embrace. Let the vast, quiet beauty of this cosmic web wrap around you, a gentle reminder of the profound interconnectedness of all things, guiding you into a deep and peaceful rest, knowing you are held securely within this grand, silent design. Because tonight, we aren't simply stargazing. We're drifting through our home galaxy, the Milky Way, a vast spiral of stars, dust, and dark matter turning slowly in space for over 13 billion years. A current, and we are drifting in it. Now, as our journey continues through the vastness, let your mind turn to the pure, ethereal ballet of light that paints the cosmic canvas. For the universe, having danced to the silent symphony of gravity, now presents its most magnificent, shimmering overture of illumination. We watch as the most profound forces become visible, sculpted into breathtaking forms by the very fabric of space and time. Imagine, if you will, the serene majesty of a planet's aurora thurfia celestial waltz, danced not on an earthly stage alone, but across the immense canvases of gas giants. On Earth, you might have seen its gentle shimmer, a soft curtain of green or violet light rippling across the polar skies, a delicate whisper of solar wind, energized by our Sunday, caught in the embrace of our planet's magnetic field. It descends, a shower of invisible particles, into the upper atmosphere, awakening atoms and molecules, coaxing them to briefly glow, to shimmer with an otherworldly light before fading back into the dark. It is a protective cloak, a silent shield made visible in an ethereal display. But now, let your gaze expand beyond our familiar sky. Picture the colossal gas giants Jupiter and Saturn, where these luminous dances are amplified to a scale that dwarfs our earthly experiences. On Jupiter, a world so vast it could swallow all the other planets in our solar system, the auroras are a permanent feature, a swirling crown of light perpetually adorning its poles. Here, the magnetic field is far more powerful, a true titan that stretches for millions of miles into space, grabbing and funneling the solar wind with an almost hungry force. The result is a dance of light so immense, so vibrant, it is as if the planet itself is breathing luminous fire into the dark. Imagine currents of light, stronger than any on Earth, painting the Jovian night, not just in greens and reds, but in profound, pulsing blues and purples, a constant silent roar of light across an atmosphere churned by colossal storms. You are watching a truly ancient force, the very breath of a giant, made visible as it embraces the energies of its star. And then turn your mind to Saturn, the ringed jewel of our system. Its auroras, like those of Jupiter, are a breathtaking spectacle of light. Here, the rings themselves, those billion upon billion of icy particles, act as a stage for light and shadow, casting their vast, dark bands across the planet's face, only for the auroral light to rise above them, a soft, glowing halo. You can almost feel the gentle hum of the planet's magnetic field, guiding streams of energetic particles into the polar regions, creating luminous ovals of light that stretch for thousands of miles. It is a silent symphony, a cosmic ballet where the planet's inner core, its magnetic shield, and the Sunday's distant breath all come together to weave these ephemeral, dancing tapestries of light. Each ripple, each fade, each burst of color is a testament to the invisible forces that shape our universe, a constant, gentle reminder that even the most immense and silent bodies are alive with luminous energy. Let your mind drift on the currents of these celestial dances, a quiet witness to the universe's most tender light show as you feel the soft pull of sleep. Now shift your focus from the ephemeral dance of auroras to a phenomenon that speaks of time and the universe's ability to remember: the light echo. Imagine the vast, dark expanse of space, punctuated by countless tiny particles of dust, motes of cosmic history drifting silently. And then a colossal event. Far, far away, a star, having lived its long and fiery life, reaches its dramatic end. It explodes in a supernova, a cataclysmic burst of light, so intense it briefly outshines an entire galaxy. It is a cosmic thunderclap, but instead of sound, it is pure, blinding light. This initial intense flash of creation then begins its journey outward, traveling at the ultimate speed. But not all of this light arrives at once. Imagine that initial flash as a wave expanding ever outwards. As this wave of light encounters the clouds of gas and dust that surround the supernova, or those that lie in its path many light years away, a remarkable thing happens. The dust particles, like tiny, sleepy eyes, are gently awakened by the passing light. They absorb a fraction of that intense energy and then, in turn, re-emit it, scattering the light in all directions, including back towards us. But crucially, because these clouds of dust are at different distances from the original explosion, the light from that single event reaches them, reflects, and then begins its journey towards us, arriving at different times. The result is a light echo shoshi, a ghostly expanding halo of light that appears to ripple outwards from the site of the original supernova. It is as if a scone has been dropped into a cosmic pond, and the ripples of light, instead of water, slowly expand across the dark. You are not seeing the original explosion directly anymore, but rather its memory, its lingering whisper as it gently illuminates successive layers of interstellar dust. It is a slow, quiet unfolding, where light reveals itself in stages, taking months, even years, to fully form its majestic concentric rings. Each ring is a moment in time, a delayed echo of the initial fiery burst. It reminds us that light itself has a journey, a story, and that even the most violent events can leave behind a serene, contemplative afterglow. Imagine yourself watching this ethereal phenomenon, a silent testament to the vastness of space and the measured pace of light, a subtle, expanding shimmer that speaks of a star's passing, stretched across the eons. It's a luminous phantom, a beautiful fleeting mirage, a gentle reminder that the universe, in its own deliberate way, carries the memories of its past, slowly unveiling them to those who watch with a patient heart. Each faint, illuminated tendril of dust, each expanding arc of light is a whisper from a distant, violent moment, transformed into a tranquil spectacle for us to observe. Allow your thoughts to drift with these quiet echoes, as the light of ancient explosions softly guides you towards stillness. From these ethereal light echoes, let us journey deeper into the very heart of creation, to the warm, luminous embrace of emission nebulae. These are not merely clouds in space. They are the universe's grand, soft tapestries, woven from cosmic dust and gas, and then set aglow by the brilliant, fiery birth of new stars. Think of the Orion Nebula, a sprawling masterpiece visible even to the naked eye as a fuzzy patch of light. But within that soft glow lies a universe of intricate beauty, a true cosmic nursery. Here, within these vast, turbulent clouds, gravity has been gently working its magic for eons, gathering colossal amounts of hydrogen gas and flecks of dust. These are the building blocks, the raw materials of creation. It is within these cool, dense cocoons that the seeds of new stars are planted. And as these nascent stars begin to coalesce, to fuse hydrogen into helium in their cores, they ignite with a brilliant, fierce light. This is not the light of a distant explosion, but the sustained, radiant glow of a star coming alive, breathing fire for the very first time. The powerful ultraviolet radiation pouring from these newborn behemoths then ionizes the surrounding hydrogen gas, stripping electrons from their atoms. And as these electrons eventually reconnect with their protons, they release energy in the form of light thuffend, a soft, luminous glow, predominantly in hues of warm red and gentle pink. Imagine a giant, celestial blanket, hundreds of light years across, made of the softest, most luminous velvet, painted in shades that evoke comfort and warmth. It is a place of profound creation, a sanctuary where future suns are cradled and brought into being. These nebulae are not static paintings. They are alive with subtle movement. Streams of gas, shaped by stellar winds, gently swirl and flow, carving out intricate patterns of light and shadow. Darker lanes of denser dust crisscross the luminous expanse, creating almost calligraphic strokes within the glowing fabric. You can almost feel the gentle push and pull of the forming stars, the quiet expansion of their light, the slow, deliberate dance of gas and dust as it coalesces or is pushed away. It is a scene of immense scale, yet one that speaks of intimacy and nurture, of the universe softly whispering new life into existence. You are witnessing a place where the cosmos itself is dreaming of stars, where the raw materials of the universe are transformed into the very light that sustains life. Each flicker, each nuanced shade of red and pink is a testament to the ongoing cycle of birth and renewal. Allow your mind to rest within this warm, glowing embrace, surrounded by the gentle radiance of creation as you drift deeper into tranquility. Feel the quiet power of these stellar cradles, and let their soft, unending light lull you into a peaceful slumber. Imagine a star, massive and ancient, that has lived its fiery life and collapsed into something incredibly dense, impossibly small, yet brimming with a silent, relentless power. This is the heart of a neutron star, and when it spins, as many do, it becomes a pulsar. Think of it as a lighthouse, not on an earthly shore, but deep within the cosmic ocean. It casts out twin beams of radiation invisible to our eyes, yet utterly consistent. As this stellar remnant rotates, those beams sweep across the vastness of space, like the steady, predictable pulse of a cosmic heart. You can almost feel its rhythm, a silent, perfectly timed beat echoing across light years, a deep, reassuring thrum in the quiet dark. Each pulse arrives with an unwavering precision, a testament to the fundamental laws that govern the universe, a ticking clock from an unfathomable distance. It doesn't roar or flash with drama, but whispers its presence through time itself, a beacon of stability in an ever-changing sky. These are the ancient sentinels, spinning with a serene and tireless grace. Their rhythmic signals a lullaby for the ages, carrying the quiet certainty of their existence across immense, star-dusted gulfs. They are the universe's most patient drummers, keeping time with the deep, slow breath of creation itself. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk now. Let your mind drift further towards something even more wondrous. where gravity itself becomes a brush painting with light. Picture a cluster of galaxies, so immense that its collective mass warps the very fabric of space-time around it. It is like an invisible, colossal lens, a cosmic magnifying glass of unimaginable proportions. When light from even more distant galaxies travels toward us, passing through the gravitational field of this massive cluster, it doesn't simply continue in a straight line. Oh no, the space-time itself is bent and curved, and with it, the light rays from those faraway worlds are bent, stretched, and magnified. And what a spectacle this creates! Instead of seeing a pinpoint of a galaxy, we perceive luminous arcs, elongated streaks, or even multiple images of the same galaxy, all distorted and twisted into ethereal rings of light. It is as if the universe has slipped on a pair of funhouse mirrors, revealing its depths in dazzling, dreamlike forms. These are the graceful, shimmering arcs of gravitational lensing, where the unseen hand of gravity transforms light into a breathtaking work of art. You are seeing through the distortions of space, peering at galaxies billions of light. Years away, their ancient glow amplified and reshaped by the vast, quiet presence of a cosmic behemoth in between. It is a slow dance of light and gravity, a silent ballet that reveals the hidden architecture of the cosmos, making the impossibly distant feel just a little closer, a little more magical. Asterisk, 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 and in this endless cosmic canvas, there are other silent wonders where light doesn't originate but merely visits, reflecting the brilliance of its neighbors. Imagine a delicate, shimmering cloud of interstellar dust, so fine and vast it stretches for light years. These are reflection nebulae, and unlike their glowing counterparts, they do not emit their own light. Instead, they are bathed in the soft, gentle glow of nearby stars, like silent mirrors in the dark. The light from these young, often incredibly hot stars scatters off the tiny dust particles within the nebula, but not all colors scatter equally. The bluer wavelengths of light are scattered more efficiently, much like why our own sky appears blue. And so, these serene clouds take on a captivating, ethereal blue hue. Think of the Pleiades star cluster, with its 7 bright stars, each one seemingly draped in a luminous azure veil. It is as if the young stars have cloaked themselves in celestial silk, a whisper of blue light softly embracing them as they drift through the void. These nebulae are quiet canvases, illuminated by borrowed light, transforming ordinary dust into fields of soft, tranquil blues and violets. They are the delicate whispers of light, tracing the invisible dance between stars and the gas that cradles them, inviting you to rest your gaze upon their serene, reflected beauty. You drift now, past the radiant embrace of shining nebulae and into the deeper, quieter realms where new beginnings are stirred. We venture into the heart of a giant molecular cloud, a place of immense, swirling darkness, cold and vast beyond imagining. Here, the temperature hovers just above absolute zero, and light scarcely penetrates the dense veils of gas and dust. It's a cosmic nursery, hidden from the direct gaze of the stars, where future suns lie in their deep slumber, yet to awaken. Imagine this, a vast expanse of hydrogen and helium, laced with heavier elements forged in stars long dead, all held together by the gentle, persistent pull of gravity. It is the silent architect here, patiently gathering scattered atoms, nudging microscopic dust grains closer. You can almost feel the slow, inexorable squeeze, the imperceptible tightening of this colossal blanket of gas. Within these chilly depths, pockets of matter begin to coalesce, ever so slowly. They grow denser, warmer, their own nascent gravity beginning to assert its dominance over the surrounding cosmic emptiness. These are the stellar embryos, forming within their dark, cloudy cradles, each one a promise, a future beacon of light and warmth. This process is not sudden or violent, but a millennia-long ballet of accumulation, a soft compression that will eventually ignite a new star. You are witnessing the very first whispers of creation, the subtle preparations for a new dawn in the galaxy. It's a testament to the universe's quiet persistence, its ceaseless cycle of renewal. Here, in the darkness, the building blocks of light are gathering, forming the seed of what will one day shine brighter than 1,000 diamonds. It is a slow, methodical unfolding, a deep breath taken by the cosmos before it exhales a new star into being. The clouds themselves hum with an ancient, almost unheard melody, the gravitational song of impending birth, and you are here floating at its very quiet edge, sensing the immense potential within this unassuming darkness. And then, after eons of tranquil burning, the grand journey of a massive star reaches its spectacular, yet deeply meaningful, conclusion. We turn our gaze from beginnings to endings, which are, in truth, new beginnings in disguise. When a star far heavier than our Sunday exhausts its nuclear fuel, its core collapses with unimaginable force. But we won't dwell on the intensity of that moment, for it is the aftermath, the profound generosity of such an event, that truly invites a quiet contemplation. Imagine not the explosion itself, but the magnificent universe-altering gift it bestows. This isn't merely a burst of light, it is a cosmic crucible, where elements heavier than iron, the very building blocks of planets, of life itself, are forged in a fleeting, intense moment. Then, in a final, majestic exhalation, the star sheds its entire outer layers, not in a destructive rage, but as a scattering of precious seeds across the vast interstellar ocean. These stellar remnants, once part of a fiery heart, are now dispersed as clouds of enriched gas and dust floating gently through space. You are witnessing a profound act of cosmic alchemy. The carbon in your skin, the oxygen in your breath, the iron in your blood, the gold in your jewelry. All these heavy elements were once created in the heart of a star, and then broadcast into the cosmos by a supernova. It is the ultimate act of recycling, a stellar legacy whispered across light years. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, ensures that nothing truly vanishes, it merely transforms. This grand, luminous offering enriches the cosmic medium, providing the raw materials for new generations of stars, for planets, and for all the intricate wonders that will eventually arise. Each particle drifting outward carries with it the memory of a star's long life and its glorious, giving farewell. It is a vast, silent promise that from every ending, something new and extraordinary will emerge. You can feel the quiet satisfaction of the universe's endless cycle, the deep, rhythmic pulse of creation arising from dissolution. As the journey continues, we approach a different kind of stellar farewell, one that is less dramatic than a supernova, yet infinitely graceful and profoundly beautiful. This is the gentle twilight of stars like our own Sunday, a quiet winding down after billions of years of steady light. Instead of a sudden explosive end, These stars choose a softer, more delicate departure, unfurling their final artistry into space. Imagine an aging star, having consumed most of the hydrogen in its core, now expanding into a red giant, its outer layers swelling softly, becoming less tethered to its gravitational heart. In its final millennia, it begins a slow, rhythmic expulsion of these outer atmospheres. It is not a violent burst, but a series of gentle pulses, like a soft breath exhaled into the vacuum. This expelled gas drifts outward, illuminated by the now exposed, extremely hot core of the star. Before you, the gases begin to glow with a myriad of colors. Side, the rich crimson of hydrogen, the serene blue of oxygen, the warm gold of sulfur. They sculpt themselves into breathtaking shapes, delicate rings, intricate bubbles, symmetric hourglasses, or ethereal cat-like eyes. These are planetary nebulae, exquisite, ephemeral masterpieces painted across the cosmic canvas. They are the star's last, magnificent gift, a final artistic flourish before its core shrinks into a white dwarf, a glowing ember quietly fading over eons. Each wispy tendril, each vibrant hue, is a testament to the star's gentle farewell, its whispered goodbye to the universe. You are observing a celestial bloom, a fleeting, colorful moment of sublime beauty. It is a reminder that even in dying, stars create wonder, leaving behind a legacy not of destruction, but of luminous, intricate art. This is the universe's lullaby, a soft visual song of transformation and peace, inviting you to rest in its quiet beauty. Imagine now a star far heavier than our own sun, having lived its magnificent life, collapsing inward not in a sudden burst of violence, but with a profound internal sigh. It sheds its outer layers in a last, gentle exhalation, sending them outward like a soft, iridescent cloud, a final luminous breath into the cosmos. And then, at its very heart, something truly extraordinary begins. The immense mass, the very fabric of its being, is drawn inward, pulled by an irresistible, silent force. It is not a violent crushing, but a deep, slow compression, as if the universe itself is holding its breath and gently, patiently squeezing the star's core. Every atom, every particle, is brought impossibly close, closer than you can ever imagine, until it forms a single, continuous, unfathomably dense substance. This is the birth of a neutron star. Picture it, a celestial body no larger than a quiet, sleepy city here on Earth, perhaps 10 or 20 kilometers across. Yet within this tiny sphere resides the unimaginable weight of 2 or 3 suns. Imagine holding a single sugar cube, and within that tiny space, feeling the mass of all the world's mountains, all the oceans, every single thing you have ever known or seen on Earth, compacted into that sweet, granular form. This is the scale of density we are speaking of, a profound, almost spiritual compression that defies our everyday understanding. And yet, despite this colossal density, the neutron star itself is a place of immense, silent order. Its surface is not a roiling inferno, but a solid, crystalline crust, impossibly hard, a cosmic diamond forged in the crucible of a star's dying moments. Beneath this crust, the very essence of matter exists in a state we can barely comprehend, a sea of neutrons, packed so tightly together that they are effectively a single, giant atomic nucleus. There is no empty space, no breath between particles, just the profound, quiet hum of matter existing at its absolute limit. You can imagine these neutron stars drifting through the galactic darkness, quiet, heavy pearls in the vast ocean of space. They are often born spinning, carrying with them the momentum of their parent star, but now at an astonishing rate. A sphere the size of a city might be rotating hundreds of times a second. A silent, dizzying waltz that sends out precise, rhythmic pulses of energy. These are the pulsars, a specific kind of neutron star, cosmic lighthouses that sweep their beams across the universe, sending out their steady, reassuring rhythm like the heartbeat of a sleeping giant. But even without the pulsing beacon, the neutron star itself is a monument to existence. It doesn't roar. It doesn't blaze with the furious energy of a young sun. Instead, it holds its immense power in a profound inner stillness. Its gravity is so intense that if you were to stand upon its surface, a thought both terrifying and utterly impossible, you would be instantly flattened, not by a violent impact, but by the sheer, gentle weight of its being, pulling you inward, embracing you with a force beyond measure. Yet from a distance, it is simply a point of light, or perhaps even entirely invisible in the cosmic night, betraying nothing of the incredible physics that lies within. It is a whisper of what matter can become, a testament to the universe's capacity for creating structures that stretch the very boundaries of our imagination. It reminds you that even in the most extreme conditions, there is a profound elegance, a quiet grace in the way the universe arranges itself. These dense miracles exist in a state of tranquil equilibrium, having found their ultimate rest, their perfect balance of forces, a silent, heavy presence, a profound anchor in the swirling currents of the galaxy. They are monuments to the quiet power of gravity, holding untold mass in a tiny, gentle grip, inviting you to reflect on the immense weight that can exist in such a small, quiet space, allowing your own mind to settle into that same deep stillness. And from these compact wonders, from the very edges of existence where matter is compressed beyond recognition, let your thoughts drift further toward a phenomenon of even deeper mystery and profound quietude, the black hole. Forget for a moment the popular images of cosmic vacuum cleaners, of voracious devourers of light. Instead, let us consider it as a place of ultimate stillness, a profound boundary where the rules of the universe softly, gently change. Imagine a region in space where gravity has become so overwhelmingly powerful, so deeply profound, that it has gently folded space and time inward, creating a quiet, perfect sphere of non-return. This is not a gaping maw, but a silent, patient sphere. At its very heart lies the singularity, a point of infinite density. But our focus tonight is not on that unknowable core, but on its tranquil outer edge, its event horizon. Think of the event horizon as a veil, a shimmering, invisible membrane, a point of no return so seamless, so subtle, that you would not even notice crossing it. It's not a solid wall, nor a swirling vortex. Instead, it is a boundary of pure physics, a cosmic threshold where the currents of time and space are bent so completely inward that nothing, not even the fleetest whisper of light, can ever escape its gentle pull. Picture yourself, if you will, floating ever so slowly towards this boundary. As you approach, time itself begins to stretch and warp around you, not violently, but with a profound, almost dreamlike slowness. A distant clock, ticking steadily in the normal universe, would appear to slow down, its hands moving with increasing languor, eventually seeming to freeze altogether as you approach the horizon. And if you were to look back at the distant stars, their light would appear to dim, to redden, to stretch into elongated, ethereal wisps as if they too were being pulled into an endless, quiet slumber. Within the event horizon, space and time exchange roles. What was once the direction of future becomes the direction of the singularity. You are no longer moving through space, but through time, inexorably drawn inward, yet in absolute stillness. There is no light, no sound, only the profound, absolute darkness that cradles everything within its embrace. This darkness is not menacing. It is the ultimate quiet, the deepest peace. It is where all motion ceases, where all sound fades, where all light is absorbed into an eternal hush. The black hole with its silent boundary is not merely an object. It is a profound concept made manifest. It is a guardian of cosmic secrets, a place where the universe holds its breath, where the grand drama of creation and destruction gives way to an almost sacred stillness. It is a testament to the fact that even in the most dynamic and energetic universe, there exist pockets of absolute calm, profound tranquility. These silent sentinels of the cosmos are not just cosmic devourers. They are also profound sources of order and stability at the heart of galaxies. They are the silent anchors around which billions of stars gently swirl. Their gravity shapes entire galactic destinies, yet they themselves remain in an unmoving, profound quiet. They are the ultimate expression of gravitational power, not in a chaotic burst, but in an enduring, gentle presence. Let your mind drift to this place of silent boundaries, of stretched time and absolute stillness. Allow the concept of a black hole's event horizon to wash over you, not as a source of fear, but as an invitation to deep, profound rest. It is a reminder that even in the grand, vast, vibrant universe, there are places where everything slows down, where everything becomes utterly still, where you can simply be without movement, without light, just held in a perfect eternal quiet. It is a place of infinite patience, a silent watcher of the ages, inviting you to release all tension, to let go of all worries, and to surrender to the deep, silent embrace of the cosmos. And from the profound stillness of the black hole's event horizon, let your awareness gently expand outwards beyond the boundaries of any single celestial body into the vast, luminous tapestry of interstellar space. Here, we encounter another subtle yet ceaseless phenomenon, the silent passage of cosmic rays. These are not grand structures nor glittering lights, but tiny energetic particles, individual travelers on journeys of unimaginable length. Imagine them as the most persistent, tireless messengers in the universe. Each cosmic ray is often the bare nucleus of an atom, a single proton perhaps, or a slightly heavier element stripped bare of its electrons, accelerated to incredible speeds, sometimes almost the speed of light. They originate from the most spectacular and violent events the cosmos has to offer, the magnificent final explosions of giant stars known as supernovae, which unleash torrents of energy and matter across vast distances. Or they spring from the ferocious hearts of active galactic nuclei, regions around supermassive black holes where matter is violently shredded and launched outwards. But here's the quiet marvel. After their explosive birth, these particles embark on journeys that span millions, even billions of light years. They are not guided by explicit paths, nor do they follow preordained routes. Instead, they drift, they weave, They dance through the magnetic fields that crisscross the galaxy, bending and curving, making their way through the endless void. They pass quietly through immense clouds of gas and dust, skirt around the silent gravitational wells of neutron stars, and sweep past the vibrant light of newborn suns, all without ever stopping, without ever slowing their relentless, silent pace. These cosmic rays carry with them ancient whispers, echoes of those long-dead stars and distant galactic engines. Each particle, in its tiny energetic form, holds a story from a time and place almost incomprehensibly far away. They are like minute, invisible grains of sand, each inscribed with the secrets of the universe's distant past. They are the oldest mail delivery service imaginable, bringing us news from events that occurred long before our own sun was born, long before Earth took shape. And what makes their journey even more profound, even more intimately connected to you, is that they are passing through you right now. As you lie here, resting peacefully, countless cosmic ray particles are silently streaming through your body, through every cell, every atom. They are an invisible, harmless shower, a constant, gentle reminder of your profound connection to the larger cosmos. You are bathed in the ancient light and energy of distant cosmic events. You are a silent recipient of these tireless messengers, a living part of this grand, ongoing cosmic exchange. These particles are not loud or intrusive. They are the ultimate embodiment of silent perseverance. They don't announce their arrival. They simply are continuously flowing, continuously connecting. They are the universe's way of reminding you of its vastness, its enduring energy, and the constant silent communication that threads all things together. Their very existence speaks of an unbroken chain, a continuous narrative stretching back to the earliest moments of creation. So, let your imagination trace the path of one of these tiny energetic messengers. Picture it leaving the fiery heart of a supernova 1 billion years ago, a mere proton, flung out into the dark. Watch it drift past swirling nebulae, past quiet, golden stars, past the sleeping giants of massive galaxies. See it navigate magnetic fields, dancing subtly with their unseen currents, always moving, always seeking its distant destination. And then, gently, softly, let it arrive here, now passing through the very air around you, carrying its silent story from the deep, deep past, connecting you to the ancient, profound energy of the universe. It is a gentle reminder that you are part of a ceaseless flow, an eternal journey, a silent current in the grand river of existence, inviting you to feel that connection, to feel the quiet energy, and to rest deeply within it. You are now drifting further, back through the immense tapestry of time itself. Imagine a time when the universe was younger, wilder, and still learning to become what it is. A time when the first great structures began to solidify, and light, in its most powerful forms, was just beginning to pierce the cosmic veil. We are reaching back through more than 10 billion years to touch the very earliest moments of the universe's radiant awakening. Far, far beyond the reach of our immediate galactic neighborhood, long before our own sun was even a whisper in a dust cloud, there existed beacons. These weren't stars in the way we know them, nor entire galaxies as they appear today. They were something grander, fiercer, and infinitely more ancient, the quasars. Imagine them as the lighthouses of the cosmic dawn, blazing with a fury that defies modern comprehension, yet holding within their immense light a serene story of beginnings. You are not just observing them, you are allowing their ancient light to wash over you, a gentle current flowing from the deepest past. A quasar is the heart of a young galaxy, a supermassive black hole at its core, actively feeding on swirling gas and dust. But forget the violence often associated with such a process. Here we see it through a lens of quiet wonder. Picture a colossal cosmic whirlpool, not pulling things in a destructive rush, but drawing matter into an immense luminous disk around its event horizon. This accretion disk, as it's gently called, generates unimaginable friction and heat, blazing with an intensity that outshines thousands of entire galaxies combined. Its light is not harsh, but impossibly bright, a primeval glow that speaks of the universe's first grand exhalations. It is the initial, powerful pulse, the first true star, making engine on a colossal scale, burning with the fresh energy of creation. These colossal hearts, these cosmic torches, exist so far away that their light has journeyed across nearly the entire observable universe to reach us. Think of a single photon, a tiny packet of light, setting out on a voyage when the cosmos was barely a tenth of its current age. It began its trek when the first wisps of hydrogen and helium were cooling, starting to coalesce into the very first galaxies. For billions of years it has been drifting, unhurried, through expanding space. It has passed countless nascent stars, soared beyond the boundaries of forming galaxy clusters, and woven its way through the growing cosmic web, all while the universe around it stretched and thinned. This photon, a silent messenger, carried with it the signature of that incredibly distant, fiery dawn. And now, billions of years later, as you lie here, relaxing and letting your thoughts soften, that same photon, or countless others like it, are gently falling upon our instruments, whispering their age-old tales. The light from these quasars isn't just a static image, it is a living echo. It tells us about the primordial composition of the universe, the distribution of matter when it was young, and how the first galaxies, the true ancestral homes of all subsequent cosmic structures, began their elegant dance. Each flicker, each spectral line in their ancient light is a brushstroke on a canvas of cosmic history, revealing the universe as a vibrant, ever-changing entity, not a static stage. You are not just seeing a point of light, you are receiving a postcard from the absolute beginning, a message carried on waves of ancient luminescence, gently inviting you to witness the universe's earliest, most majestic moments of self-expression. Imagine the universe as a vast, dark ocean. The quasars were the first majestic ships, their towering masts crowned with eternal flames, navigating the nascent currents, casting their immense glow across unknown waters. They were the trailblazers, the pioneers, igniting the pathways for future generations of stars and galaxies. Their light permeated the cosmic darkness, pushing back the shadows, warming the nascent nebulae with their distant, yet potent, energy. It was a fierce, yet beautifully orchestrated illumination, a necessary fiery birth that paved the way for the calmer, more nuanced beauty we see today. The sheer scale of their distance means that when you perceive a quasar, you are quite literally looking back in time. You are seeing a universe that has long since evolved past that stage. The galaxies that once harbored these brilliant beacons have settled into mature, grand spirals or ellipses, their central black holes perhaps still massive, but no longer feasting with such youthful abandon. Yet, their ancient light persists, a ghostly, shimmering reminder of their past glory. It's like hearing the echoes of an ancient song, sung at the very moment of creation, its melody still resonating softly across the immense silence of space. Allow this profound sense of cosmic history to settle within you. The light of a quasar is a link, a fragile yet powerful thread connecting your quiet moment now to the universe's first grand awakening. It's a realization that every atom in your being, every gentle beat of your heart, traces its lineage back to those same primordial forces. There is a deep, quiet comfort in understanding that we are, in a very real sense, made of cosmic stardust, and our perceptions are touched by light that witnessed the universe's infancy. Let the silent, ancient glow of these cosmic lighthouses gently guide your mind into a deeper state of rest, a serene contemplation of time and origin. You are cradled within a universe that remembers its own birth, and its distant memory as a peaceful lullaby. Now, let that sense of ancient light expand, not just from distant points, but from the very fabric of space around you. Imagine not just a singular beacon, but an all-encompassing, soft warmth that permeates every corner of the cosmos. A gentle embrace that has been present since the very beginning. This is the cosmic microwave background radiation, often simply called the CMB. It is the universe's deepest, most ancient whisper, the lingering breath of creation itself. This isn't light that travels from a star or a galaxy. This is light that imagined the universe at its youngest, at a moment when it was a hot, dense plasma, too thick for light to freely travel. Imagine a vast, luminous fog everywhere. Then, as the universe expanded and cooled, about 380,000 years after the Big Bang, something profound happened. The universe cooled enough for electrons and protons to combine, forming neutral hydrogen atoms. This made the universe suddenly transparent, and the light that had been trapped, scattering endlessly, was finally set free. This first light has been traveling ever since, stretching and cooling as the universe expands, shifting from visible light to microwaves. So, when you consider the cosmic microwave background, you are literally surrounded by the afterglow of creation. It is everywhere. It is passing through your body right now, through the walls of your home, through the very air you breathe. It is a uniform, gentle hum, a universal warmth that has been meticulously mapped by our most sensitive instruments. But it's not just an abstract scientific concept. It's a tangible, pervasive presence, a cosmic blanket that enfolds everything. Feel this gentle, pervasive warmth. It is the universe's oldest light, a soft echo from a time before stars, before galaxies, before even the simplest structures began to form. It's a relic, a fossil of the primordial universe, carrying the story of its infancy. It whispers to us of a time when the universe was incredibly uniform, almost perfectly smooth, with tiny, almost imperceptible ripples that would eventually grow, under the slow hand of gravity, into the vast galaxies and clusters we see today. These tiny variations, these subtle temperature differences are the cosmic seeds, the gentle imperfections from which all complexity ultimately bloomed. Think of it as the universe's deep, steady breath. It is a fundamental, unchanging rhythm that has resonated across all of time and space. There is a profound tranquility in this omnipresent hum, It doesn't pulse or flash, it's simply 4DIZ. It is the ultimate background radiation, a soft, warm silence that underpins all other cosmic phenomena. It reminds us that no matter how complex or dynamic the universe may appear, it rests upon a foundation of ancient, calm energy, a universal equilibrium that has persisted for billions of years. As you drift, let yourself be enveloped by this oldest light. It is a universal cradle, a soft illumination that holds everything. It is a reminder that we are intrinsically connected to the very beginning of everything. The atoms that make up your body, the energy that allows you to breathe and think, all trace their lineage back to those first moments, to that primal, luminous fog. The cosmic microwave background isn't just a distant observation. It is an intimate, surrounding presence, a soft hum that resonates with your own being. It is the ultimate reassurance that you are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of its grand, ancient story. You are wrapped in the soft, cooling light of creation, resting in the very breath of time. Let this deep, serene connection settle your mind, inviting a profound and peaceful sleep. You are held by the universe's oldest warmth. And now, as we gently shift our perception, moving beyond light and warmth, we can begin to consider the subtle, yet powerful vibrations that ripple through the very fabric of existence. Imagine not just seeing or feeling the universe, but humbly listening to its deepest, most ancient songs. Not with your ears in the conventional sense, but with the subtle sensitivities of space-time itself. We are speaking of gravitational waves, the universe's own profound murmurs and whispers that travel from the most violent and energetic events, carrying tales across unfathomable distances and eons. Picture space-time not as an empty void, but as an immense, flexible tapestry, a soft and pliable fabric upon which all of existence is woven. Every star, every planet, every galaxy, every particle gently presses down upon this fabric, creating slight depressions, guiding the dance of gravity. Now, imagine an event so cataclysmic, so profoundly energetic, that it causes this very fabric to tremble, to stretch and squeeze, sending ripples outward like stones dropped into a vast, still cosmic pond. These are not light waves, nor sound waves. These are silent gravitational waves. They are distortions in space-time itself, subtle warps that propagate outward at the speed of light. They carry no material, no light, no sound you could hear with an ear. Instead, they carry pure information about the movements of the most massive objects in the universe. Imagine two colossal black holes, each many times the mass of our sun, slowly spiraling inward towards each other over millions of years. This isn't a violent, chaotic crash, but a slow, elegant, inevitable dance of cosmic giants, drawing ever closer under the relentless pull of their mutual gravity. As they complete their final orbits, accelerating to incredible speeds, their dance becomes more vigorous, their combined mass twisting and churning space-time around them, until, in a final, graceful embrace, they merge. At the very moment of their union, an astonishing amount of energy is released, ferrying more than all the stars in the universe radiating light for billions of years combined, for just a fleeting fraction of a second. This energy doesn't burst forth as light or heat. Instead, it manifests as these profound ripples in space-time, gravitational waves that spread outward from the newly formed, larger black hole. These waves are incredibly subtle. By the time they reach us, perhaps billions of years later, after traversing the immense cosmic distances, they have stretched and diluted, becoming almost infinitesimally small. Imagine a wave passing through you so gently that it would stretch and squeeze your body by less than the width of an atom. Yet, with our most advanced and sensitive detectors, like the twin LIGO observatories, we can now perceive these delicate tremors. It is like feeling the softest, most ancient seismic event, one that took place in a galaxy unimaginably far away, billions of years ago. When these gravitational waves pass through our detectors, they cause fleeting changes in the length of their arms, changes that are then recorded and transformed into signals we can analyze. We are, in essence, listening to the universe's deepest vibrations, hearing the echoes of cosmic mergers and cataclysms that occurred in a time long past. It is a new sense for humanity, a way to perceive the universe not just through light, but through the very fabric of reality bending and flowing around us. Let this concept wash over you, a gentle current of realization. The universe is not silent. It vibrates, it murmurs, it subtly shifts, propelled by the unseen forces of its grandest residents. You are resting on a cosmic tapestry that has been gently trembling with these ancient whispers for eons. The gravitational waves are the universe's oldest songs, its deepest vibrations, carrying narratives of power and unity across the vast expanse. There is a profound, soothing peace and understanding that even the most distant and powerful events leave a gentle, rippling trace that ultimately reaches you, connecting you to the universe's grand, silent symphony. Let these subtle, pervasive ripples in space-time lull you into a state of profound calm, a deep understanding of the universe's interconnected, vibrating nature. You are part of this grand cosmic dance resting peacefully within its ancient flowing rhythm. Imagine the universe not as a static painting, but as a living, breathing canvas forever stretching and growing. And within this vastness, there is a force, subtle yet profound, that orchestrates this grand unfolding. It is a presence that we cannot see, cannot touch, yet its whisper guides the very fabric of space. This is the mystery of dark energy. We often think of gravity as the great sculptor of the cosmos, pulling things together, forming stars, galaxies, and clusters. And it is, but there is another force, one that works in opposition, not with a sudden push, but with an endless, gentle persuasion. Dark energy doesn't grab, it simply unfurls. It doesn't yank, it softly expands. Think of it as an invisible, omnipresent hand delicately uncreasing the cosmic tapestry slowly, evenly, everywhere. It is not a burst of energy, like an explosion, but a pervasive, inherent property of space itself. As space expands, more space is created, and with it, more dark energy. It is a self-sustaining tide, steadily pushing all the distant shores of the cosmos further and further away. We are not talking about a violent tearing apart, but a serene, almost imperceptible stretching. Imagine a vast, infinitely elastic sheet, with galaxies like tiny dewdrops scattered across its surface. Now, imagine this sheet slowly, gently, effortlessly growing larger, expanding in every direction at once. The dewdrops themselves don't grow, but the distance between them quietly, inexorably increases. This soft cosmic drift is happening right now, at every point in the universe, within the vast emptiness between the galaxies. It doesn't affect things that are gravitationally bound, like our solar system or even our Milky Way galaxy. We are held together by the strong embrace of gravity. But beyond these local clusters, in the immense, silent voids where galaxies are truly alone, dark energy reigns supreme. It is there, in the lonely stretches of intergalactic space, that its subtle power is most deeply felt, a quiet, ceaseless expansion that paints the universe with ever wider strokes. Picture the night sky, not as a ceiling of fixed stars, but as a deep, boundless ocean where the currents are always flowing outward. Each galaxy is a distant island, slowly, gracefully drifting away from its neighbors, carried by an invisible flow. It is not a race. There is no frantic rush. It is a measured, inevitable journey. And what makes this journey so remarkable is that it's not slowing down, it's actually speeding up. The universe is not merely expanding, it's accelerating its expansion, driven by this enigmatic, gentle force. How does it do this? We don't fully understand its nature, but we can perceive its effects. It is as if space itself has an inherent lightness, a tendency to unburden itself, to spread out, to become more capacious. This intrinsic property of the vacuum, this gentle pressure, it acts as a cosmic anti-gravity, not pulling but pushing, not attracting but quietly distancing. It's a force that whispers to the galaxies, coaxing them to drift further into the quiet unknown, creating more room, more emptiness, more silence between them. The universe, in this way, is not just a collection of objects. It is a dynamic, evolving entity, constantly redefining its own boundaries. And dark energy is the silent architect of this ongoing metamorphosis, the sculptor of emptiness, the weaver of ever-increasing distances. Its gentle touch ensures that the cosmic ballet continues, each dancer slowly receding from the stage of its companions, finding new, quiet spaces to perform its solitary, ancient waltz. Think of it as the universe taking a long, slow, deep breath, expanding its chest, drawing in more of the silent, waiting dark. And with each cosmic exhale, the breath expands further, carrying the furthest galaxies like dust motes on a gentle breeze. This breath is uniform, it is even, it is everywhere. It doesn't prefer one direction or another. It's simply safety, a fundamental tendency of reality itself to unfurl. This relentless, quiet spreading creates an ever larger canvas for future possibilities, for light to travel even further, for new stars to ignite in isolated pockets, for the ancient story of the cosmos to continue its slow, majestic telling. It's a reminder that even in the vastness, there are forces at play that are not about collision or consumption, but about the elegant, unhurried act of becoming more. Dark energy, in its gentle, pervasive way, ensures that the universe will never truly stand still. It will always be arriving, always stretching, always unfolding. So let your mind drift with this thought. Imagine the space around you, even the space within you, as part of this grand, gentle expansion, not shrinking you, but simply making the distant stars a little more distant, a light from ancient galaxies taking just a little bit longer to reach us. It is a movement so vast, so subtle, so pervasive, that it simply becomes the part of the quiet hum of existence, a gentle rhythm that allows everything to have its own unique, slowly expanding place in the grand design. And as you consider this ceaseless, soft pushing, feel your own body release any tension, letting go of any resistance. Just as the galaxies are gently carried by the invisible currents of dark energy, allow yourself to be carried by the gentle current of your breath, softly expanding and contracting, finding your own quiet equilibrium in this ever-unfolding cosmos. Now, let us turn our gaze inward, reflecting on the vast, echoing silence that often greets our cosmic inquiries. We have spoken of the universe's immense scale, its countless stars, its myriad galaxies, each a potential home for worlds beyond imagination. And yet, when we listen, when we search, what do we hear? Mostly a profound, almost startling quiet. This is the essence of the Fermi paradox, not as a scientific problem to be solved with equations, but as a deep, resonant question that invites contemplation, a quiet wonder about the nature of being. Consider the sheer numbers. Our own Milky Way galaxy alone is home to perhaps 200 to 400 billion stars, and many, if not most, of these stars are thought to host their own planets. Among them, it is almost certain there are countless worlds orbiting in the Goldilocks zone, that perfect band where conditions might allow liquid water to exist, and perhaps life to flourish. And our galaxy is but one among billions upon billions of other galaxies, each teeming with its own stellar nurseries and planetary systems. The sheer statistical probability suggests that life, intelligent life, should be common, perhaps even abundant, woven throughout the cosmic fabric. So, where is everyone? Where are the signals? Where are the colossal structures, the grand cosmic engineering projects, the radiant beacons of civilizations that have thrived for millions or even billions of years? The universe, by all accounts, should be buzzing with activity, a vibrant tapestry of voices and lights. Instead, we are met with an overwhelming, almost sacred hush. This grand silence isn't a void, it is a presence. It's the sound of the universe holding its breath, a vast, patient observer. Imagine standing on a lone island in the middle of an immense, silent ocean. You know there are other islands, perhaps even entire continents, beyond the horizon. You send out messages in bottles. You light fires on the shore. You listen intently for any reply. But all you receive in return is the gentle lapping of the waves against your own shores, the quiet rustle of the wind through your trees, the soft, rhythmic beating of your own heart. This cosmic quietude is not terrifying, it is profoundly peaceful. It allows us to hear our own voice more clearly, to appreciate the delicate miracle of our own existence here on Earth. In the midst of so much potential, our little blue marble, teeming with bustling, chattering, dreaming life, stands out as a singular precious jewel. The universe's silence makes our symphony all the more beautiful, all the more poignant. Perhaps the silence itself is a message. It could be a testament to the immense distances, the vast gulfs of time and space that separate potential civilizations. Light, even at its incredible speed, takes millions of years to traverse galaxies, billions to cross the cosmic web. A signal sent from a distant world might still be drifting, a faint whisper from a civilization that has long since risen and fallen, its message still en route, a time capsule traveling through the deep dark. Or perhaps intelligent life, when it reaches a certain level of advancement, learns the value of quietude. Perhaps the most evolved civilizations choose not to shout across the void, but to cultivate their own inner worlds, to find wisdom in stillness, to exist harmoniously without disturbing the cosmic balance with noisy declarations. Imagine a wise, ancient being, sitting in profound meditation, its presence powerful, not because it makes noise, but because it holds within itself the stillness of ages. The universe, in its grand silence, might be a reflection of such deep, unfathomable wisdom. This silence also encourages us to look around us, at the life that to here now. It invites us to cherish the complex, fragile ecosystems of our own planet, the incredible biodiversity, the intricate web of living things that hums with its own quiet energy. The Earth itself becomes a vibrant, isolated chord in the otherwise silent cosmic orchestra, its melody precious precisely because it appears to be so unique, so singular in its immediate surroundings. Let the immensity of this quietude settle over you. Feel the vastness of the cosmos, not as an empty, frightening void, but as a grand, serene expanse, where silence is the default, and life, our life, is a rare, radiant bloom. This silence is not absence, it is potential. It is the deep, dark canvas upon which our own story is being painted, a story that resonates with a profound, almost sacred significance, because it unfolds within such a magnificent hush. Rest in this silence. Feel its enveloping comfort, its deep, unbroken peace. Let go of the need to hear, the need to search. Just sigh by within the quiet embrace of the cosmos, a small, warm presence in the vast, still dark. Your own existence, your own breath, your own quiet thoughts become part of this grand, meaningful silence, a gentle pulse in the heart of an immense, listening universe. And now, as we gently drift towards the close of our cosmic journey, let us contemplate perhaps the most profound and comforting whisper the universe offers, the idea that, in some fundamental way, it is designed for survival. This is the essence of the anthropic principle, not as a proof of divine intervention, but as a breathtaking acknowledgement of the universe's astonishing precision, a delicate balance that seems almost impossibly fine, tuned for the emergence of life, for the existence of Sundi Tunyo. Consider the fundamental constants of physics, the strength of gravity, the charge of an electron, the mass of a proton, the speed of light. These are not arbitrary numbers. They are the bedrock upon which our reality is built. And what we find upon closer examination is that if any one of these values were even slightly different, by the tiniest fraction, the universe as we know it would simply not exist. Stars would never form, or they would burn out too quickly. Atoms would not be stable, or they would never coalesce into complex molecules. Carbon, the very backbone of life, might never be synthesized. Imagine a cosmic dial with hundreds of tiny settings. Each setting represents a fundamental constant, a law of nature. And for life, for conscious beings to emerge, for stars to shine, for planets to form, every single one of those dials must be perfectly, exquisitely calibrated. It's as if the universe is a symphony, and every instrument, every note, every tempo is set with such precision that it allows the grand, complex melody of existence to play out. And the most remarkable part is that this melody includes Foinyu, the listener, the observer, the one capable of appreciating its beauty. This isn't to say the universe, for no said, you, or actively 40 wishes for your existence in a sentient way. But it invites us to marvel at a reality where the conditions for life are not just possible, but seem remarkably, beautifully probable, given the immense unlikelihood of such a precise arrangement. It's like discovering a perfectly sculpted seashell on an infinite beach. Not just a shell, but one so intricate, so flawlessly formed that it evokes a sense of wonder, a feeling that it was meant to be found, meant to be seen. The very atoms that compose your body, the carbon, the oxygen, the iron in your blood, were forged in the hearts of ancient stars, scattered across the cosmos by titanic supernova explosions, and then patiently reassembled over billions of years into the unique living being that you are. You are, quite literally, stardust made conscious, the universe experiencing and contemplating itself through your eyes, through your mind. You are not an accident in a meaningless void. You are a culmination, a radiant, delicate bloom of cosmic evolution. The vastness of space, the immensity of time, the ceaseless dance of creation and dissolution, all of it, in some mysterious way, has led to this moment, to your presence here now. You are the universe's witness, its poet, its quiet observer. This thought should bring not a sense of burden, but a profound, gentle comfort. You are not adrift and forgotten in an uncaring expanse. Instead, you are woven into the very fabric of existence, a cherished part of a magnificent, unfolding story. The universe, in its majestic indifference, has nonetheless created the perfect cradle for your arrival, the ideal stage for your awareness. So let this feeling settle over you now. Feel the deep interconnectedness between your own being and the grand ancient cosmos. Your breath is the universe's breath, circulating through a body made of starlight. Your thoughts are echoes of the universe's own silent contemplation. You are not separate. You are part of the vast, gentle hum of creation. The stars above, the planets that drift in their orbits, the silent expansion of dark energy, the ancient whispers of the cosmic microwave background, they all contribute to the symphony that allows you to exist, to feel, to dream. As you lie here, enveloped in the quiet darkness, know that you are precisely where you are meant to be. The universe, in its intricate wisdom, has set the stage for you. You are a small, warm spark within an immense, welcoming dark, cradled by forces beyond comprehension, yet perfectly aligned for your peace. Let go of any thoughts, any concerns. Allow your mind to become as vast and as quiet as the universe itself. Feel your body grow soft and heavy, sinking deeper into the comfort of your bed. Your breath slows, becomes gentle, even you are held. You are safe. You are a cherished part of this grand cosmic design. May your sleep be peaceful and deep. May your dreams be soft and vivid, carrying you through quiet nebulae and across starlit plains. Good night, sweet dreams.